Alright, let me try again. What is this? Where'd that just go? Okay, I'm getting close. Hold on. Able. Okay. Okay, that didn't really work the way I wanted it to. But that's okay. Sorry about that, guys. And I actually want you guys more like right there. For now. For now. Okay. Okay. Let's do these. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got to work with. Good morning. Good morning. We're buffering? No. Are you serious? Are we still buffering? Are we buffering? Are we good? Where are we at? Is that the Four of Swords? Yep. And that was yesterday too. This one's with the Lovers. All clear. Okay. Alright, good. I am hoping to get a little bit of a different story. So let's see what we got. Let's see, read to rest of May. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Cups. There could be stuff going on. This looks more like Ten of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Page of Cups. Tower, Two of Swords. So a decision definitely needs to be made about a certain situation. Or this is not making the right decision. Let me darken this for you a little bit. Right. Me personally, I would prefer more light. Hopefully that doesn't bother you guys, because that actually helps me out a lot. So it looks like we have a scenario. Okay, I guess we're going to separate them. I kind of knocked that one out of the pack, so I don't... If a decision... I kind of feel like if a decision is not being made here... Oh, here we go again with this anal fucking lineup. Shot to the heart and you're too late, darling. You can't find a better man. Somebody could have went in a different direction. Somebody's thoughts could be not so great. I mean, it looks like the opportunity was there, is there, it's still there. This Ten of Pentacles, it almost reminds me of a celebration. It's like an offer that possibly went south. It's almost like ancestors are looking forward or was looking forward to something here with the Ten of Pentacles. It does have to do with your feelings. Crimea River. I don't know. I'm just looking at these two, whatever they are. Him on the violin. Ooh, no, don't pick that. Shit. I kind of just distracted myself and almost picked something off my arm. And I'm not a picker, so I don't know if somebody here is like a picker. Let's see. I think I'm going to clarify. I think I'm going to separate these individually. Is what Spirit's kind of giving me, but in the sense of they still all correlate. It's still all the same energy. Well, not the same energies, but you know what I mean. It's still boils down to the same. So for somebody, I do feel like this tower actually might have even came. Look at that. Is that a clock tower? Haven't I been talking about something like that for a little while? It's almost like the tower came. But for some, the tower hasn't come yet, guys, because that was in the read yesterday. Could have been on its way. This looks like you have an option in the sense of making the right decision for yourself. You know, don't let certain opportunities pass you by. You could feel haunted over a certain particular situation. Someone feels like possibly they missed an opportunity to say something, express something, go after something. Turn it into a tower for some. Well, it will. Because decisions aren't being made. And if decisions are being made, I just hope they're the right ones. Don't settle. All right, let's see what's upcoming here with this Ten of Pentacles. So it's almost like feeling secure in a certain situation. Maybe, you know, in a family situation when it comes to possibly a congratulations. Maybe you didn't go to somebody's wedding. Maybe you, what's this Ten of Pentacles? What's this upcoming Ten of Pentacles? We have the Nine of Cups, dreams. I wouldn't say, some people like to look at it as wishes, but for me it's, you know, everyday happiness, contentment. So this is upcoming. It kind of reminds me, you remind me of a girl that I once knew. It almost, like the Nine of Cups is kind of giving me the vibe of the Four of Cups. Maybe somebody here somebody draws, they sketch, they carve. But this is happy. Like so happy together. And the Knight of Cups. So this energy here is, it's almost like a completion. I don't know if somebody gets like an idea here. There is some type of security. It does come with a feeling. I'm hoping that this is a happy feeling. It's a messenger. It could be heartfelt. Life could be dreamy. Life could be you could be feeling more secure in life with something that is in regards to happiness. So that's like an upcoming energy. All these energies are upcoming, which is this week if it hasn't kicked in yet. Tell me about this Four of Cups. Eight of Cups, not wanting it. It's like almost like pushing away your destiny, like not opening the book. Like someone opened the book, the Bible, whatever you want to call it, literature, somebody opened. And with the Four of Cups, Eight of Cups is I don't know if it's the female that's more like, no. I feel like this already happened, but it's upcoming this week. So this is telling me that the way somebody's manifesting is already off. I'm not saying manifest though. What do you not want to follow the manifesto? This one like, but it's your path. And this one's like, something you walked away from or something you're about to walk away from. To me, it already happened. If the Four of Cups is here, it feels like there was an opportunity missed. I will tell you guys, if this is you being stubborn, try to step out of it, because the Tower is coming in to either excel something or is diesel a word? I'm getting pulled to like diesel. I'm getting pulled to like cars. Most of the time when I say excel, I'm thinking of like the computer program or, getting through something above and beyond. But I'm getting pulled to gas, like fuel. Ascend. Somebody could be ascending. It doesn't feel like ascend, though. Somebody is definitely all over the place. One more for this Four of Cups vibe. And again, it could just be fear. And the Page of Pentacles. So it is an offer. Somebody could have walked away from it, or this again it's like upcoming. So to me, this feels like it's in somebody's head, like the way they're interpreting something. It's in your head. It's in your head. Here in Divine Wisdom. Justice at the bottom of the deck. I felt like Justice wanted to pop out yesterday a lot and it didn't. And now it's just kind of staying at the bottom of the deck because there was something karmic. This could also be somebody knowing they have to walk away from something in order to have a new beginning with something solid. But something's already telling me like something is solid. And if it doesn't feel solid, there's either karmic energies around you like in the family. I don't know if they're trying to scare you off, push you in a different direction. It's almost like shadow. Like shadow, not like shadow work, but I'm hearing in the shallows. Let's see. Let me just clarify this 10 of Pentacles real quick. If there is shadow. I mean, there's the shower. I mean, there is something. You have the key, sharp insight, opportunities, hidden potential. So it is like an ancestral thing going on here too. It's also saying you kind of hold the key to something here. Something about a development. I don't know if that's real estate or something you're looking into. Tell me about this 4 of Cups, please. Gorgon. The monsters that freed. The Pharaoh. Oh, let me go switch glasses. Okay, fruit fly. We're done now, right? We're done. Yippity, yappity, up and around. The monsters they feared, now I've become, still seeking for revenge for my cold heart of stone. Okay. I don't think that's ever come out. The monsters they feared, now you've become, still seeking for revenge for my cold heart of stone. So somebody here definitely shut their feelings down. I don't know if you were letting monsters, you know, the ones in your head, under your bed, whatever. The monsters they feared, now I've become, still seeking for revenge for my cold heart of stone. Yeah, see, there's an opportunity here, but holy shit, somebody here, I mean, it seems brutal. I don't know. Damn, guys. I think it's obviously just, it's not even the depiction of the card, it's the meaning of the card in the sense of, and you know how, like, in the reading yesterday, I was explaining, like, some people just, regardless, won't make things right, take it to the grave. That didn't come out yesterday. Why did they pull me to that? I don't see anybody plotting. You might turn into like beast mode, which is not a bad thing. It actually escalates. Getting pulled to an escalator. What's with cars and gas here? It escalates and pushes you, moves you forward. You know, it's like something that's non-motivational. All of a sudden, it's, you know, something happens and it triggers, it motivates you. So I'm not even necessarily getting this in a bad way. It's more okay, maybe I should be holding my amethyst. And I just heard, and I swear, with the moon in the skies, and there's something, I'll be there. Did that come out yesterday? From heaven? No, but there was another wicked old school song that came out yesterday. It's like a Bryan Adams song. Am I singing the same song? This is other people fearing you without you looking scary. You must have cleared a certain amount of energy I feel like this energy that missed an opportunity is like still has a cold heart in regards to whatever happened. I don't know if it's something between you two, or if it's something that they've held on to in regards to maybe something else, like a grudge. I think this is another energy holding a grudge here towards you. So this energy has made their own decision to close the book, walk away. You made them angry, and now they're just focused on possibly work, a new start at something, just something that might have just realized that's more like a pyramid. It's kind of one over there as well. Mountains, there's a past life in that valley. So there's a past life here. Maybe this is somebody had an opportunity in their last lifetime and they didn't take it. Something didn't go as planned. Let me just get to this past life energy real quick. But it's like in this lifetime, like it feels like, all right, I've known you before. Tell me about this valley. You could have been abandoned, orphaned. karmic relationship. So there was something here. Okay. Holy shit, the whole deck fucking fell. Something here in the last lifetime was taken from you in a way. Or this person, something was stripped because of their own actions. This trees is telling me, I'm hearing connect to earth, but that's not what it is. The trees are more telling me, like in the valley, like you could have been obsessed with trees, or you had like a favorite tree. I feel like there was definitely abandonment here, especially if one of you was an orphan. I'm getting pulled to a train. Wasn't there an orphan train or something? I'm getting pulled to Wyoming. I don't know. You could have rescued a child, or or maybe you couldn't have children. Let me get my past life deck, which, I forgot these all fell. Oh, look at that. The one card that is upside down. Wait, and we got phobia, wisdom, faith, and trust. But the one card I saw right off the rip, transportation with the train. So my intuition was telling me it was on the ground, or there was a train involved. It could have been an accident. Isn't there like a railroad? Isn't there a railroad card in here I'm being pulled to? Oh, my back. Okay, maybe not. I am getting pulled to a railroad here. I'm getting pulled to the railroad early 1900s. Weren't they just starting to build? I watched The Gilded Age. I don't know if any of you have seen that show. I do gotta run pee real quick. I do watch The Gilded Age. And I want to say it's early, 1900s. He's one of the wealthiest men. And he's determined to build this railroad, and people are like blocking him. I'm hearing something about a junction, a railroad junction. There's something, I've been talking about a railroad for a solid year now coming up. And trains. For me, I thought I had to do with possibly something with my cousin, but I guess there's more to it. Considering my first deck, she took me on a train ride to explain her, kind of like her life story, her journey. So you might have a connection to trees in this lifetime. I know I do. If anybody else watches The Gilded Age, do you know, I'm trying to figure out Continental Railroad. I've been saying that too, Continental Railroad, since last summer. And summer hasn't begun yet, so let's just say for the last 9 months. Continental Railroad. I don't even have my phone. Let me run to the MP real quick. Found my phone. Now, where's my deck? Oh shit, my dad's leaving. I still have all my... You taking the bike? Okay. I forgot about that yesterday. I'm bummed. Yeah. It's probably still a little moist now because it got left out, right? All right. Yeah. I know. I know. I do. I will. Okay. Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. So, I love this deck. Am I buffering? I don't know why this is so sticky. Am I buffering anyone? Can you hear me clearly? Because it was, I am getting the connection. Tammy, you can hear me okay? Okay, that's good. These cards could just be the humidity, I don't fucking know. Okay. This is, I don't think what's happening here, well, I can't say that for sure. I was going to say, I don't think what's happening here is affecting somebody, but it must be. I really didn't want to get into the whole past life situation here, but in order to move something forward for you this week, and I wouldn't take that lightly or too heavily either. It is linked to a past life, but it is, you hold the key. And you and I hold the key. Madonna. When you were somewhere down in the sky, time with fiesta, you watch them go by. And a boy loves a girl, something like that, right? Well, you definitely have known this person before. I'm getting the Dorian Virtue card. And I think it's pretty clear. Hey, sweetie, I'm on YouTube. Is everything okay, though? Huh? I will. Love you. Bye. Time for a fiesta as you watch them go by. Castro. Again, pull to Cuba. Santa Fe. This is my Mexican. My Santa. What deck is this? Max. Santa Muerta deck, right? Santa Muerta. Let's see. Kind of even getting lifetimes. Good morning. What's going on over here? So it's almost like you can get here, like, because this is happiness. Maybe someone takes the train a lot and to work back and forth every day. They're thinking about you. They're thinking about their future. They're thinking about something that is linked to their tomorrow, because this is such a happy, solid start to something. Something here definitely has potential, even work-wise. If you wanted to partner up with somebody, I do feel like there's some hesitation here in regards to something. I don't know if it looks like it's possibly from the feminine side. So this could be an offer to work together, to work on something. This is more work on something than I see financial, but it's emotional with all these cups. So some type of relationship. But something here is definitely almost like screaming at you. Like, stop. Anything else in regards to this past life? Two of Wands. So there's that crossroads that has been coming in to this read as of yesterday. So it's it's almost like a pause, and then you got the Empress with this feminine energy here. It could be a mom type situation. Something could be going on with a mom, but I feel like this could have been your husband, could have been your wife. It didn't it's definitely like an inner knowing. Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords. So again, the wheel is still floating around, that karmic wheel. And the Nine of Swords talks about anxiousness, anxiety. Sometimes it could be nightmares. See, this looks great. So I wouldn't say I'm really confused on why it's not taking place. There could be too much anxiety in regards to this. I'm hearing anticipation. I'm being pulled to the right again with Mars. Time for fiesta, some time goes by, and a boy meets a girl. Is that a face in the clouds? Possibly, I can't tell. Looks like one, right? Like a shadow face. So it's like in this lifetime, anxiety is getting the best of you right now or somebody else. Let's not look at this as a relationship. This could be a job. It is something linked to emotions. Again, you do have somebody holding a grudge here, unfortunately. So this might be telling you to walk away. Again, it's like this female energy. So maybe instead of working on something together, you would rather do it by yourself. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. Good morning. Yeah, when I get off YouTube, I have a whole bunch of tarps in the driveway that we need to wrap up.
What's happening?
Somebody has something to say. What? Huh?
I'm seeing tarps.
Oh, they're all like in the beginning of like where the garage opens. Time for the watch us go by. Huh?
What are you doing with them?
We have to fold them up. They're like the huge 20 feet by 20. Like it you can't do it by yourself.
Are they covered in shit?
No, they're not covered. I unwrapped them from camping wet. So now they're dry and they need to be wrapped up.
They weren't even wrapped up before. They were just hiding
Nothing. I'll just let you know when I'm ready. Okay. Let's see what this Eight of Cups. I'm just getting it's almost like conversation. Somebody has something to say. You have the Ghoul. In the shadows I dwell, feeding on what I can, not remembering when was the last time that life tasted well. In the shadows I dwell, feeding on what I can, not remembering when was the last time that life tasted well. So you might have, not had the best scenarios going on in life, or it just feels like you're constantly like just lingering. But it is also telling me, there's also some sorrow in regards to this situation. I keep hearing time for fiesta, watch them go by. But I'm getting a party in this deck, like festival. Not like a nap. Or I really want to help you get out of this energy. There is a lot of fuel behind this energy. I don't think somebody's holding a grudge. I don't think it's you. Is it the feminine holding a grudge? Or is it the masculine holding a grudge? It's not telling me whether it's the masculine or not, but it's definitely the feminine. So if you are holding a grudge, let it go. I don't know what the grudge would be. I don't even honestly know if it's linked to this. It must be. It coexists is what I'm hearing. I just don't know if it is that scenario, because this is solid. You do have ancestors that are like, come on, like, get on the train. You hold the key to something here. Maybe it's teamwork. Maybe it's a co-op. Maybe it must have to do with work. But to me, it definitely seems more emotional than work. And this Eight of Cups, more like stubbornness, like, you know what, I'm done with this scenario. I'm going in this direction. Or this is the fear coming from a masculine, vice versa. Same sex is always an alpha. I'm getting sensual energies here. It's like I want lunch. Something about lunch. Something is really... Okay, I guess let me go back to this particular scenario, because this is motivation for life again. But the way you possibly motivate yourself is through holding a grudge, or telling yourself, it's just going to be the same old shit. I might as well just work on something that has more stability. So it's kind of like being dismissing a certain situation. But I don't know if it's your dismissal. I feel like, how did you get here? How did you get from here to here? So it's either you or this other energy. And it could be you, again, holding a grudge that you're unaware of, or it's just the way you sometimes self-motivate. Because I could see this energy getting really stabilized and good. But there needs to be like a breakthrough. And it's almost like you doing it on your own, like everybody's solo. It is the feminine that's breaking through, but it's almost as if you don't want help, or you don't want to be around family, or you don't a particular person that you like, somebody who makes you happy. Like, this would be a situation that currently in your life keeps coming around and around and around, and it's like you take the opportunity, you don't. They do, you don't. It's a cycle with a particular person here, but there's also work here as well, a past life. I'm not saying that this particular person or you are holding yourself back in this lifetime by any means. It's because I don't see really negativity. It's the way you look tonight is you're almost pushing away a very comfortable feeling, in the sense of, I'd rather it just stay uncomfortable since it has for so long anyway. What's the point of getting to this, solid ground again? Because something is solid, was solid. Like, the energies are there, kind of like ride or die. Your ride or die. I love that song, Renegade. Keep going through the night. I'm gonna get flagged, but I'm gonna get flagged in the sense I want to play this song for you guys so bad. You'd think I'd be wanting to play the Madonna song, but there's something about this song, this lifetime. Does it have anything to do with a train? Spotify. Recommended stations. My ride or die. It's not saying who it's by.
Through the night, through the muddy southern roads, and I lost all his fight. Love so strong it don't break, love so deep it can't fade. You're my shadow, my flame, my forever renegade. Underneath that pale moon, we're running side by side. Whiskey soaked promises, outlaws with too much pride. You got fire in your eyes, like a loaded 45, and I'll take 1,000 risks just to feel you alive. Leather jackets and dust clouds on these backwood trails where the love is raw and the law can't prevail. Baby, you're my anchor, the storm can't wash you away. In a world full of gray, you're my sharp birds today. Baby, you're my ride or die. My bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern roads and that outlaw starless fight.
I'm getting like that outlaw.
You held me down in the trenches, kept my demons at bay. When the cash ran dry, you never pulled away. Every scar, every mile, every sin that we sown, we wear it like a badge in a town we'll never call home. Through fields of danger where the fireflies dance, you proved your love true with a bloodstained heart. They can chain us up, call us guilty as hell, but our bonds unbreakable like a secret we won't tell. Baby, you're my ride or die. My bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern roads and the outlaw starless fight. Love so strong it don't break, love so deep it can't fade. You're my shadow, my flame, my forever renegade. Shadows in the rain, when the world gets heavy, you're my cure for the pain. In a sea of lies, you're my sweet southern truth. A hymn in the hollow, a dream built for two. So here's my vow till the river runs dry. I'll stand by your side under a blood red sky. Baby, you're my ride or die. My bonnet through the night, through the muddy southern roads and the outlaw starless fight.
It's how someone feels about you.
Love so strong it don't break, love so deep it can't fade. You're my shadow, my flame, my forever renegade. So take my hand, girl, let's burn down the map. Carve our story in the dirt, leave nothing but tracks. And when they write their songs about love that won't bend, they'll sing of us, baby, a love to the bitter end.
Also getting this could be there's definitely something from your past.
I'll be right back, but Moses is eating cat food again.
Okay, can you just move him from the cat food? Is he sticking his head in the cat food? I'll deal with it.
No, he's eating it
Off the floor. Okay. I can't tell if this is there's two men here. Cause I'm getting with that song, it's actually here. It's all here. Like that stability is there. Kind of like you were the key to a certain situation, and I don't know if something falls apart, somebody wants to come back around and say something. I am getting like where my head was going, it pulled me to like different scenarios, and I was like, oh shit. So it might not, you might be misinterpreting someone here for this person. And if you're not, then you're just tired of it never being stable. It's almost like you had to reject it for your own stability, your own happiness. It's like it's like nothing gets off the ground, even though it feels so solid and comfortable. And then I don't know if that situation comes back around and it's you reject it or they reject it. Yeah, no, I'm saying it's not them. You reject it and focus on things that will give you that stability versus opening the fucking book again. Like, who wants to open that book again when it ends up, and when something so solid ends up in a situation so misconstrued and fucked up is what I'm getting. So it makes sense to me that you would walk away from that. It looks like you wouldn't want to. It almost looks like you forced yourself to. Your mindset is on stability, emotional stability, financial stability, because this is the 10. It's like 9 of cups, Knight of cups. Like, this is solid. And then all of a sudden, that feeling is just a feeling resurfaces. I do feel like this energy here, and this is where there can be 2 men. Because I said, yeah, am I ride and die? Like the whole renegade valleys. It was definitely like ideal song for the placement of this particular storyline. I don't really see this as fear. I see this as I just in my head, you're my ride or die. And it's like, no, thank you. There must have been multiple rejections. But it's like something comes around again, or it's about to come around again this week. And it definitely has to do with your happiness, and like happiness is there too, but it's the wheel never turns in your favor here. There's always something here that splits you two. So there was never enough stability in this one situation because you were giving to something else or they were giving to something else. But this is solid. It's telling me, okay, it's coming around again. It might not be who you expected. It might be. Some of you, it definitely has to do with work. I am getting like right here. What is this Page of Pentacles? Because it could also be an offer. And you got the Six of Pentacles. So it is trying to even out a certain situation here. It wants to. You could meet up. You could grab dinner. This is about, I'm hearing synchronicity. something's lining up. It could even be like temples. There's something with the sun and points. Almost as if like it was good timing for this to come back around. But with the Ten of Pentacles, maybe it was all about money and not security. Because this would be like emotional security. But there's everything's telling me. What you looking for?
Well, I was looking for Moses, but it seems like you stopped.
Oh, I'm hearing emotional intelligence here, which is pulling me to like AI. It's like hidden potential, but you know it's not hidden, it's there. You may ride or die. Oh. And this is finding balance in a certain situation. And it does have to do with emotions. So it does look like somebody from your past is going to reach out. I don't know how many stories have been told in between this particular story. You could be somebody who's prone to have past lives with people. And remember them. Like, to me, that's a blessing. I don't really see it as a curse. Tell me about this Page of Cups, please. But I also feel like this is somebody's thoughts. You got Judgment. Look at that hat blowing away. It's like, oh no, he's not even trying to get his hat down. And look, like another pyramid. Nine of Swords. You know, like stressing the fuck out. Nine of Pentacles. So you have 999. No. This is confidence. This is walking into like a new path. So people are making decisions this week in regards to like crossroads, what path they want to take. And once they make that decision, there's an energy here that's not going to look back. So I don't know if somebody's intuition is on point. It does making this judgment call definitely is giving more of like, okay, a little bit of a scary ride, a scary scenario. It's like your own monsters. It's almost like someone's looking for you or someone's been looking for you. The feminine is linked to all these like pyramid, like anything that has a point. Or maybe it is her point of view. Or again, you have this anxiety. Could just be anxiety ridden. But it's security. Like for the feminine, she's not looking at a masculine to make her feel secure. She's not looking at a certain job to make her feel secure. She wants emotional security. She wants to feel it. That's when her confidence rises. So maybe she is, I want to say better off alone, but I feel like that's somebody else's thought process here. Like, oh, she's better without me. Or I don't deserve her. It's something like that. So again, it could be like a projected scenario. But this one wants, to me, with it being all the cups here, you want emotional security. Emotional security makes you feel stable. And I mean, to me, that's the truth when it, for me. and I don't want to speak for anybody else, but you have that emotional security and you feel it. You don't have all these other energies coming out, right? So it's this feminine is seeking emotional security. Well, that's how she gets her emotional security. Or that's what makes her feel emotionally secure, because it's almost like she knows happiness lies with emotional security. So she's not a fool. She knows she has to make ooh, someone might need to talk in. It might be the feminine, I don't know. Somebody reaches out or whatnot. I don't know. I don't see this woman reaching out to anybody. This is about a projected energy being nervous to kind of give this woman emotional security. You want to see a confident woman? Give her emotional security. You will see probably the most fucking confident women out there fucking just, well, yeah. But men have trouble with that. Not all men, but obviously the men that have been on your path. I feel like you're okay with like saying, fuck you, fuck this, fuck off. Because repetitive patterns does not give somebody faith. Repetitive patterns do not give somebody hope. Repetitive patterns cause insecurities, causes chaos in your head, causes, I'm hearing schizophrenia. So somebody here is, you know, to the point where it must be really driving them fucking bananas, or at one point it fucking did. I remember having this feeling with the whole catalyst situation. And I lost my train of thought as soon as I brought that up. And it wasn't security or how things keep unfolding. Oh, I had a good point there, and I don't know what just happened. Maybe it's just not meant to be told. But again, I'm being pulled to all these like pyramids with the feminine energy. It's like you have a key to like a temple or something, ancient wisdom, knowledge. You don't have time for petty or you know exactly what you want or what you need. And if you're not going to get that, or you can't sense it from an energy, you're going to remain solo. And maybe that's why this energy is not moving of the masculine. Because I was like, doesn't he want to chase his hat? No, I guess not. He's too busy admiring or looking through a freaking window, a social media. Like somebody keeps tabs on you that way. Somebody is looking for you. I don't know if they know what they're looking for, but if they bump into you, they're going to find it. And it could be a past life scenario. And you're like, oh, this doesn't feel past life, but it must be. Like, I've had different scenarios where with the whole catalyst, twin flame, whatever it is, to me it's a catalyst, which is one of the most beautiful experiences I've held in this lifetime, I'm not going to lie. Painful, but fucking beautiful. It's like a portrait. If I could draw it all in one portrait, you know. So you do have some type of sacred temple or something in regards to your past life where it's, I don't know what you did with your hidden potential, because it doesn't look hidden. But over here, it looks hidden. And it's almost like you keep telling spirit too, like, I'm not opening that book again. Like, sorry, I'm not doing it. I want stability in my life. And the Six of Pentacles does bring reciprocity. It does bring balance. So it's almost, you have a challenge here because you know what you need, and I just don't know if you're going to get what you need. Can't always get what you want, or can't always get what you need. You can try sometimes. You get what you need. So it's like you can get what you need. This is basically telling me, as a feminine, you bring your own security to the table. Like, you're independent, secure. I don't know how you got here, because you were totally okay with letting somebody else come in and play that out of the part. But here you're like, you know what? When it comes to my own emotional needs, emotional thoughts, someone must have something to say to you. Or this is you just recognizing it's okay. I'm going to make that judgment call, and I'm going to take a new path. And it's shocking. It could be shocking to you. It could be shocking to somebody else. It's almost like you prefer to do it alone, so you don't run into this tower, as if it's solo, somebody can't disappoint you. Almost like even if you were with somebody and you have that emotional security, the financial security, whatever feels secure. Like, I don't even know if you would want to incorporate it, because of all the times you've tried to incorporate certain scenarios. So now it's like, I don't think, to me, it's not like, oh, I don't want to love again, this and that. It's just, you're worn out. Well, I don't see you being worn out, but something's telling me you must be, if this is you. And you've exhausted. You have two men here. So, to me, you're taking this Nine of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. I mean, with the Page of Cups. And I just heard sliding into your DM. So somebody could be sliding into your DM there soon. This is not something that makes you feel secure. When your emotional needs are met, that's when you're able to make a better judgment call. And I know when my emotions are off kilter, it is very misconstruing. Even if you were to be like, okay, I'm going to situate this, I'm going to get it under control. Because I feel like you can do that no problem. I want a card there. It's almost like I don't want this deck, but I'm going to do this deck. You're my ride or die. Through the night. So this is almost like how it's almost like how somebody's even almost interpreting you is it's like they don't want to fuck up and let you go either. Because if you look, you got the masculine, right? But again, it must be two different masculine coming back around. I think that's what the Tower may be. Okay. Let's see what the masculine energy is. I just smelled something. Haunted house. Within these haunted walls, secrets reside. Ghosts are just memories that will never die. Within these haunted walls, secrets reside. Ghosts are just memories that will never die. So it's almost like somebody ends up feeling haunted over you, not necessarily the way no, isn't like the way they treated you. I don't think so. It's more where you reside. Secrets reside. So it is like haunting for someone out there. Somebody does want this security with you. Somebody does want you to make a particular situation almost like you can bring it to ease. I just don't know. If you're willing, or if this is the projected energy, like this energy does find, stability with you, but are you finding stability with them? Meaning, it's all about them feeding themselves, or it's greed, something here that just doesn't add up. Tell me about the Tower. What's going on with this Tower this week? What's the Tower bringing? I feel like it's positivity. It could be bringing a story. Two of Pentacles. And the somebody needs to stabilize something here. This Two of Pentacles is, I don't know what's going on with that kind of Two of Pentacles. I don't know if it's your own nightmare. It almost feels like your own possible nightmare. My body, yeah, my ride or die. Body through the night. Somebody here, you have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups to the King of Cups. Somebody got a masculine here that is struggling to find the stability with you. Struggling to be honest, or I don't know if this person's like, oh, I stabbed this person in the back, or I did this, even though it's only the Two of Pentacles. It's not like the Ten of Swords. It's almost like a nightmarish with this Two of Pentacles. I don't think the Tower is being avoided. I think it's the masculine. Maybe the masculine is starting to understand your needs. Or maybe this masculine is starting, or a masculine is starting to understand your needs, and they're trying to figure out how to proceed. But for some of you, it's like a tower. Like they're gonna push away from it. Because they think they're just gonna get rejected. So you have energy to here that needs to get over their fear when it comes to this feminine as well. But to me, this is more shocking in the sense of it could be shocking for them. I'm not quite sure if it turns into your shock yet, but something does. You have nymph. In the mundane world, now I roam inside the concrete jungle. Where is my home? Man, I'm telling you, somebody wants to rescue this feminine energy. But why aren't they? And why do they feel like you need to be rescued? Because you certainly do not need to be rescued. That's a given. I can see what motivates you, puts you there, like, and let's not leave out your spirituality too, your morale. So again, it's like this energy in a mundane world where you're just kind of like roaming around inside the concrete jungle. Where is my home? So I don't know if this masculine is, and you got the butterflies. I don't know if this masculine is trying to figure out might even be trying to figure out how to open you up, because somebody feels like you can get really cold. But if they knew you well enough, at the end of the day, if somebody wants to be with somebody or talk to somebody, or whatever the case may be, they're persistent and you go through with it. You're dealing with energies here that hold themselves off because of fear of what you're going to say, how it's going to turn out. It's their own fear. But there is an energy here that does feel like they're in a dungeon. It's almost like they can't escape. But this energy is like the masculine has to save themselves. Like the feminine doesn't get to come in and hold your hand and save you. Like, you're a mature man. You should be able to handle this yourself. You want to keep running from this or going in this direction or not incorporating XYZ, then, that's on them. Same thing with you. That would be on you. But take yourself out of your own fucking dungeon. Emotionally, mentally, physically, pick yourself up and make your life better. And the thing is here too, you have this woman, this energy here too, that feels the need, or it's projected from this energy yeah, see, Spirit's telling me too, like, you don't need a man or a woman. You're not like that. To have that emotional security is a bonus in your life, but you're not going to take it. You're not taking the 6, you want the 10. Because when you leave the doors open for 6s, even though it's balance, get-togethers, it never completes itself. It never gets to a 10. So I think you're just like, fuck this. I'm going to go in this direction. A lot of it is fear. But then you have like almost like a masculine kind of like torturing themselves. Well, no, it's just kind of like, yeah, well, it's like staying stagnant and living there. It's like, okay, whatever. Like, doesn't want to show emotions. It's like saying, like, being like hard as cold as stone over here, but it's that would be projected onto you, because this masculine already has massive issues when it comes to emotional responsibility, emotional intellect, emotional maturity. Like, somebody is almost like they can give it to you, but they choose not to give it to you. In a way, it's almost like backing out of like a contract or something, or backing out of something in their life, because it makes them feel uncomfortable, or it's their lack of security, and them telling themselves they feel better off. You're better off without them. There was, just cycles here that are coming to the surface. At the end of the day this week, though, guys, it still looks good. It does look like you are going to make a solid decision if you haven't already. This seems like it's probably another person. I can see how they care for you. But I also know that they don't give you that feeling. It's like knowing someone loves you, but they can't tell you they love you because it's too hard for them. Or, they don't want to get in tune with their own, soul. They don't want to fight off their own nightmares, And this is telling me you're done. You're done carrying that weight of others. So there's something massive in regards to change with this Tower that comes in unexpectedly. It is something that can bring balance. It could be a feel-good message. But there's no stability here yet because the Tower hasn't come in. That's the 2 of Wands this week. So do be careful, because you might have a foe here. You got the stars. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. I do love the stars because he's up in the stars right there, playing with the music right now too. Am I right or die? It could just be Spirit telling you that. You also have the Star and the 9 of Cups, so it could be some type of wish. You also have the 5 of Wands, conflict, possible jealousy, and the Ace of Wands. So it's like opening the book. I like that, because you're making that decision to open the book. And at the bottom of the deck, this is messaging going back and forth with the 8 of Wands, but it almost looks like, oh, what's happening here? So I don't know if you're getting messages from the dead. I don't know if this is like in your dreams type vibes. You definitely have those type of like messages, because there is something here, just like here with the family, ancestors, past lives, that also want to show their face like, hey, I'm part of this. But a lot of it is like also shadows too, but it talks about stability. Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, here it comes, the Four of Cups. It is some type of offer, but I think somebody else here fears you walking away from a scenario, or they know they need to walk away from a scenario in order to have you in their lives. And maybe this person is not ready to give up a certain scenario yet, or they're just procrastinating. That's another reason why the crossroads are coming in, because Spirit's not going to let an energy procrastinate here any longer. Because there is different directions to go in a whole new life. And, besides, who wants to stay in this energy of what if, or if only, your security comes from emotional. You love want the emotional security. Someone else here is about financial security. And it makes them feel manly, or I don't know the word. It makes them feel, it is somebody needed, or feels the need for financial security in order to incorporate emotional security, but just being fixated on one thing. So I don't know. It's like the tables turned, and now I don't know if this one's more fixated on something than what it once was. And again, I feel like some type of offer but there's never a follow through. So I don't know if it's constant.
What exactly are you waiting for with the driveway?
I'm just wrapping up YouTube.
Get him out there. He could be out of bed doing that right now.
He is out of bed, and he's going to need help.
He's going to need help. Get it
done. I'm going to get it
done.
Dear Lord. Someone's having an issue with the full moon coming into play here. He was like that yesterday too. It's like, fuck, man, I can't be bothered with that energy. Fuck that. Fuck this. Fuck you. I'm out. So be careful with this moon energy. That's right around the corner. But I do feel like, guys, it does feel like a breakthrough. And yesterday was a breakthrough too, but it's... I don't know if somebody really has something to say to you here, and they're worried about the consequences, because if the tower is coming in, something is definitely going to be exposed. Spirit is going to make sure something is definitely exposed, so you know exactly where you stand in a certain situation, so you can make your own decisions. And this might be in regards to like a different scenario and a different man and a woman in your life. You know, if something here will be laid to rest. So that's good. You're wrapping up something karmic too. But just again, you know, the wheel likes to, you know, come out and make an appearance too. Right off the rip. You know, because it's making the right decisions. What brings you security in your life? There's a lack of emotional security here. It's definitely time to head in a different direction. There's going to be different insight. There's going to be something that sparks your imagination, sparks you to go towards something, vice versa. I'm not going to say you have to be wary of certain energies, but you just saw my dad's stink energy. You know, it's like on my time, and it's like, no, I'm doing something. It's not going to be on your time. You know, so it's like that energy. The Tower comes in because that's not how this is going to roll. Either way, the conflict gets resolved. There's insight that puts you exactly where you need to be. So when it comes when it comes to the feminine energy, stay focused on your needs, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, think about your tomorrow, think about today. Create your own security, like build your own nest in the middle of this chaos. But I feel like you still stand tall in the middle of this chaos. Like, this chaos doesn't faze you. You adjust very well. Even though you like stability, you're able to brush off the chaos, which I don't know if it's the best trait. It is and it's not. It is and it is, if that makes sense. Because sometimes you have to be capable of taking yourself out of scenarios and not incorporating yourself into somebody else's tower, into somebody else's karma. This energy needs to come towards you if they want to bring any type of stability back into a certain situation. So it kind of really falls on them, because this is already telling me you feel more secure being dolo. It's like, I can have the ride or die. It's almost like I'm just done with the ride or die. It's like, I don't need that. It looks like you're going to get it, though. Wishes, desires, transformation. It does come with a little bit of chaos, but then all of a sudden there's this just shift of energy with the Ace of Wands, and it brings creativity, it brings passion, it brings life to a certain situation. Someone, if they don't make the right move here, will feel haunted by the decisions they continuously make and put aside. And that's okay. That some people have to live with that. It's not on us to sort out other people's karmic scenarios. But I am hearing karmic retribution. So what is owed to you is coming to you. I'm hearing organically, but also inheritedly, which is not a word. New gifts are going to open. I think Spirit wants the feminine and a softer energy right now, but is definitely okay with the energy that they're in, because when they're in this energy, it's a boost. Because somebody here is just determined not to open that book again. It's just not worth it to them. It's almost like it brings excitement and hope and possibility, and it's there. But the book never opens. It's like, I don't even think you get through chapter 1. Which is, very unfortunate. Again, this is not telling me the woman's cold-hearted and she's never going to love again. No, that's not what this is. It's just right now what's best for her. Her morale, her stamina, her, tomorrow it's best for her to just have one door open and see that through. Because it's not someone who seeks emotional stability. It's somebody who must have it in order to have that, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the life you want. And that's the truth when it comes to anything. If you're not going after what you want, you don't get there. It's almost like Spirit wants you in your emotions right now. It's almost like Spirit saying, allow someone to soften your energy. Maybe you just gotta, watch how something plays out. But Spirit's definitely saying this is more of a soulful, intuitional, it's a soul. It's listen to your soul. Because right now you're pushing that away. And it's very hard to create when you're blocking, when something is blocking that. So maybe you just need to find emotional, for the certain women, you just need to find your emotional, what brings you emotional stability, what makes you feel that way, what doesn't give you anxiety. If something gives you anxiety, it's not saying to run from it. It's just saying, to actually go after it. So it does feel like there is a serious situation here. But it doesn't have completion to it. There is a completion coming. So I hope that helps. Let me... Start over from scratch. There's that 6 again. Jackpot. Spirit wants you to literally start over in a certain situation, and this will bring you emotional security, with or without a person here. So start over. Wipe the chalkboard clean slate. Whatever this is going to bring your desires to life. You'll find what you seek. Amazing, awesome, fun, and fantastic. If you've ever suddenly found and been loved by somebody, chances are astronomically you will again. If you haven't yet found such a person, chances are astronomically you will. So I don't know if you feel like hopeless. I don't get you feeling hopeless. But don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss what you want either. Your treasure is at hand. Sure, you can always find prettier, handsome, skinnier, wiser, richer, younger, zippier. But more often than that, one learns the most, laugh is the loudest, the smiles the widest are those who are already found, especially when they stop looking elsewhere. So it's already here. So it takes two, right? And it looks like right now, you know, you feel you're better off alone. But Spirit's saying you're not. Make sure you incorporate spirit guides, incorporate other things. Because it was very simple for you to shut something down. And I think it's more shocking to Spirit that you were able to do that. And therefore they're a little maybe concerned. I'm hearing you got this. If something opens up and it does bring some happiness and a little bit of warmth and a little bit of light to a scenario, let that energy in. Let that energy in, knowing it's not a 10 and it's just a 6. Because a 6 would be better with a 10 than a 10 anyway. Because you got to go from the 6 to the 10. There's steps in between. Spirit's saying don't get into all of that. You have to start from scratch with a certain situation here to really get to your treasure. So it's almost like you find what you seek. It's almost like Spirit aligning it, and then jackpot. Your treasure's already here. You probably just stopped seeking your treasure. Or the masculine stopped seeking their treasure. But I don't want to make it about them, because it's really about my feminine here and allowing certain energies to come in and situate themselves. Without you saying, fuck this. So that might be tough for you. Because that's definitely the vibe I'm getting. Let me just pull a lesson card here. Your best advice when it comes to this energy, you really cut off an energy here. I almost want to say congratulations, but it's not. There's just something you must have cut out with it that just empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Happiness. I am aware that my happy means that I'm on the right path, which is kind of what we're talking about. Your wishes, hopes, desires, being happy. It is. It's right around the corner. You blocking something is not. If you're blocking the right thing, yes. If you're blocking something where you're like, oh, you're questioning it, or you let fear get in the way, or anxieties, or this, it happens. Maybe you wanna. No, I don't think you want to do that either. You do have trust at the bottom of the deck over here. Let's get one more. Just can proceed. Make sure when you start something, or you're proceeding on something, or you're trying to figure something out, or it's a thought, try to see both sides of a situation. And if it's karmic, you're happier with drawing that line. Spirit wants you happy. It's almost like here, I'm going to give you something that is going to make you happy. But you still have to work through it, work with it. For some of you, it is a person. So I could get why this person would see the rejection or feel that rejection. I don't know. It's like something happened here, and it's like being oblivious to it, or your intuition, your soul is telling you something, and it's like, nope, shutting that down real fucking quick. Unrealistic. It's an unrealistic thought. You will have somebody to help you get through something here. Could be an animal, it could be a friend, it could be somebody from your past that wants to make amends. It could be a new person coming into your life. Fear. I realize I am testing my resolve. That makes no sense. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yeah, so this is something became very fearful for you. Fear kicked in, which is kind of odd here. And we saw that anxiety and fear. This is a scenario that you usually don't fear, but something is telling you that something is different. And you don't like that feeling. Maybe it's like, oh shit, I can actually see myself with this person, or you always knew there was possibility, or So in regards to empathy, Dark Night of the Soul, you got tribe, so there is an alignment here. It's almost like someone else is seeing it too. So there is shadow work here, and it has to do with your fear. You hold the key to your happiness. It's already here. It's allowing it to come in. And how you, and what that is for you. You're tired of the cycles. Yeah. There's going to be an awakening. Do not settle. You might have a karma coming back. Do not settle. That is not your happiness. You something comes in that gives you this spark. But I know there's two men here. And this reading is really focused on the feminine energy here, on how they're feeling. It could be the masculine, obviously, around them, the parts they played over the years. It's almost like it's like you get an anxiety. Holy shit, there's so much pressure in my chest. It's like it's an inner knowing, but you're not allowing yourself to move forward. Mentally. I don't know if you're contemplating. Yeah, no, there's I don't think this is pride and ego. Well, no, I'm not. I really am not getting that vibe. I'm getting more. Well, it could be your pride and ego, the feminine side, because you're just fucking exhausted. You do have a gift coming towards you. See where it takes you. To me, it does involve another person. And if you know that's not a gift, then obviously you keep it moving. This will pull at your heartstrings, what this is. This will definitely pull at your heartstrings. Anything else that's karmic won't pull at your heart like that. So I think you will end up knowing what this is. And it does bring, allow it is what I'm hearing. Allow it to bring happiness. Allow yourself to feel happy in the unknown. Somebody definitely wants to express something to you. Could even be multiple people, to be honest with you. I'm just hearing, get yourself through this one. You're typically so good at seeing two sides of a situation. Right now, you don't want to see jack shit. You're tired of it. Because seeing two sides of a situation hasn't brought you happiness with this energy. I think the fear comes in after whatever this is. And Spirit's just saying, come on, try. I think for a lot of women right now, they're not happy right now. You're just not like at your best. It's I don't know what type. You could just be like, yeah, I'm good, going about life and there's no chaos, but that doesn't mean you're happy. Work on things that make you happy. Okay, please. It is kind of like a bittersweet message. The Spirit's trying to bring you happiness back, and I don't know if you're trying to convince yourself it's not through another person, it's not going to be this way, it's not going to be that way. That's you blocking something here. Spirit wants you to feel emotion again, the right way. Because I'm hearing you deserve it. And it could have been one of your lessons in life. Finding your happiness when not being with somebody else. So I get that. You've accomplished some big things. But whatever is upcoming with a particular person, whomever this read is for, the Spirit's saying to let this person in. Well, first, it's a maybe, so I guess it just depends on who shows up at the tower. But this is also telling me if somebody shows up at that tower, you already know choosing that path, you'd be settling. So that brings a little reassurance, because whatever this would be, you wouldn't feel like you were settling. And don't just settle for like the environment you're in right now or this and that, or, being content. Like, you got to look at the bigger picture here. I love you guys. It is a beautiful reading. Whatever this is towards whatever it is now escalating in the rest of May definitely is going to bring emotional security to you. And it could be something you created without somebody as well. I'm hearing no. There's another person here. Spirit wants you to see two sides of a situation. You were probably really good at. You're not interested. But Spirit's going to make sure it comes through, because you had to have reached some point in your journey where this had to come back around. It had to come back in. Second chance. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Love you, love you. Good luck with the full moon. Yeah, that's why I said it is bittersweet like that, because if I'm going to place myself here, I know what it's saying, and it's like, ugh. It's a tough one to swallow. To realize, you're not where you thought you were. Well, even knowing that you knew you weren't there, but to realize you reached the point of kind of like turning bitter. I didn't see, or Spirit didn't see that kind of happening. So it is kind of like a shock. It is something that has to take place with an energy this week. All right, y'all. I love you. I'll see you soon. Talk soon. Bye, guys.